Rahul hurried onto the train. He was the last one on. The doors slammed shut behind him. The train lurched forward into the night. He found his seat and settled in. It was a long ride home, or so he thought. Rahul looked around the train. It was nearly empty. The few passengers on board sat in shadows. Their faces were hidden. He felt a chill. He tried to shake off the uneasy feeling. It was just a train ride. The train picked up speed. It rattled and swayed. Rahul looked out the window. He couldn't see anything but darkness. The train was moving too fast, faster than any train he'd ever been on. Rahul glanced at his watch. It was almost midnight. He felt a strange pull, like he was being drawn into something dark and unknown. He looked back at the other passengers. Their faces were illuminated by the dim lights of the train. They were pale and gaunt. Their eyes were wide and unblinking. They stared straight ahead. Rahul tried to look away, but he couldn't. He felt drawn to their vacant stares, like they were trying to tell him something, warn him. He noticed something strange about their reflections in the window. Their faces, they were changing, becoming distorted, almost monstrous. Rahul shuddered. He turned away from the window. His heart pounded in his chest. He felt a growing sense of dread. He was trapped. He reached for his phone. Maybe he could call for help. But there was no signal. He was completely cut off from the outside world. The train rattled onward. The scenery outside the window was a blur. It was like nothing he had ever seen before. Twisted trees with gnarled branches reached out towards the train. The landscape was desolate and barren. The air grew colder. Rahul pulled his coat tighter around himself. He felt a shiver run down his spine. This was no ordinary train ride. He was trapped on a train that seemed to exist outside of reality. A train that was taking him somewhere he didn't want to go. A figure emerged from the shadows at the end of the carriage. It was the conductor. He was tall and thin. His face was long and pale. He had a strange, unsettling smile on his face. The conductor stopped by Rahul's seat. He leaned down close. His voice was a low whisper. "Ticket, please." Rahul fumbled in his pocket and handed him the ticket. The conductor looked at the ticket. His smile widened. "Ah, yes. Final stop. Your fate." Rahul's blood ran cold. He looked back at the ticket in the conductor's hand. His own handwriting stared back up at him. The train screeched as it rounded a bend. The world outside the windows dissolved into a blinding white light. Rahul closed his eyes. He didn't know what was happening, but he knew it was too late. He was trapped. He was on a one-way journey. A journey with no return.